Hey, what's going on, guys? Caucasian Mark here, whitest student on the internet, kicking ass left and right all day long. And today, we're going to be working on something cool. It's called Overflow. Now, in previous videos you've seen, I lost my jar of pig's feet. Well, here I expanded it to, and there was nothing I could do to get them back. Or get it is referring to the jar containing the pig's feet. But maybe I was thinking of the individual pig's feet, or all of them, whatever, who cares. So anyways, what are we doing? What's going on? How are we starting this? So one thing we could do is we could go back here. We have this. I extended it out, gave it one more sentence in here, but then I put that in between just a generic div tag here. So I'm coming into this div tag here. I'm going to type out width, right? And so I'm going to do, let's say, 300 pixels. Do a height of, let's say, 80 pixels, sure, why not, doesn't matter. Background color, let's just do hot pink because that's sexy. Now overflow. Now overflow is what do you do when you have something inside of a div or a denoted area that just kind of falls out, right? So think of like maybe clothing that isn't quite form-fitting, you know? Do you tuck the shirt in? Do you get a new shirt? Or you just let it all hang out for the world to see? This also applies for really short shorts when guys wear them. Old men, especially. Gross. Now that I have that image in your head, what do you do when you have text, right? And so there's a few things we could do. I know iOS does some things specifically when it comes to handling this. But to start here, let's go to hidden, right? So come here and we're going to refresh this, and we see, you know, the width and the height, hot pink. I lost my jar of, and then there isn't shit there, right? There's nothing. It's hidden. You'll never see it again. So that's what it does. It kind of hides everything else that overflows. This is kind of nice if you want a secure area where you don't want it bleeding into anything else. It also gives you an idea of space. And I guess your overall alignment of this element in comparison to something else or in relation to something else. So you may just want to say, all right, cut off anything else, and if it overflows, then we have to change the element on the inside. No biggie, whatever. But there are some other things we could be doing here. We could have a scroll feature. Come down in here, and we could scroll down and see I lost my jar of pig's feet, and there was nothing I could do to get them back. Woo! Awesome. Cool stuff. Sexy. I love it. And we can even increase this to be, you know, 130 pixels. Oh, not 100 or 1300. Refresh. And we have a little bit more space, you know, to read over here. There's also other stuff we could do. We can make it visible, right? Who cares? Let's just go wild. The teacher's going to give us full credit no matter what, right? So just who cares if it's overflowing? I showed them I can make a div with text in it. They didn't say the text couldn't be pouring out of it. But that's another feature of overflow too, is you could really control what you want to do with this. You can make it invisible, visible, you could scroll through it. It's kind of a nice feature, especially if this may be a sidebar, you know, on this side of the page here, and you want a full layout of, you know, the contents, but you don't want it pouring into something else. It's a nice way of containing and compacting a lot of information, you know, on the side here. You may have a lot of links. You may have a feed coming in here and you want to scroll. Think of, for instance, Facebook. If you have Facebook, everyone has Facebook, right? You have on the side here, you have your chat. Well, if it showed every, you know, single person all these details, they even have a feed up here of who's doing what. If that bled, you know, down below, you wouldn't see your friends that are online. It'd look rather crappy. So using the scrolling ability is a nice way of compacting a lot of information into a small area of your page. This is just a, you know, brief example of what you could do with Overflow. It's really nice to know. I don't use it a ton just in my playing, but it is a nice trick to have up your sleeve because, like I said, it is a nice way to have a lot of functionality in a small space without interrupting other elements and functionality going on. So like, share, subscribe, contribute, all that other jazz. Leave some comments, questions, whatever. Tell your friends. Get on the top of your roof and scream you love this channel. Whatever the hell it is you want to do for the rest of your day. Have a good one. It's been Caucasian Mark. Peace out.